What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show, and today is the day that Washington goes out of the playoffs and goes out in such a bad fashion. Washington gets throttled by the Philadelphia Eagles, 55 to, I don't know what the ending score is going to be, because I stopped watching once they scored once Will Shipley scored the touchdown and made the score 55. So, the issue we had all season in regards to stopping the run murdered us today. The run, us not being able to stop the run, reared its ugly head in such a manner that it was just, there was no way for us to stop it. It was maximized due to the fact that we didn't have Daron Payne on the field. This was a conversation about Big Phil, about getting rid of Big Phil, who was a quality run stuffer, and letting him go, not understanding, nobody could ever imagine or see this far out, but the fact that, we were missing something that could have helped us a lot, that's painful, y'all. It's painful. And I mean, Philadelphia did what they were supposed to do. They took advantage of any and everything we did. Turned the ball over 3 times. 3. You can't do that and win the game. You just cannot do that and win the game. I understand one time we turned it over 5 times and was able to come back and win, but that doesn't work all the time. And again, it's just one of those things where I think that come next year, this team will be more ready to really understand what's going on. It's sad because there are going to be a lot of guys who's not going to be here next year. Zach Ertz, he may not be here next year. This may be his opportunity to cash in somewhere. The same thing applies to Dante Fowler Jr. Dante Fowler Jr. may actually be able to, this may be his final time to be able to cash in big time, especially after having the season he did. Bobby Wagner, he's finishing up his courses at Howard University. It's no telling if he's doing that to start his next career after football. We're not certain what's going on there. I mean, the offensive line. We could say Samuel Cosme would have made a difference, but I don't really think it did. We did see that coming towards the end of the season, our running game had gotten stopped a lot. That's something that I think that bigger, stronger offensive linemen will help with, something similar to what Philadelphia has. Another weapon. I mean, Terry McLaurin is fantastic. He's amazing, incredible, but it was actually 4 turnovers because Jaden Daniels threw the interception to Keion Mitchell. Forgot about that. But we just got to go back to the drawing board. There's a lot of things that need to happen for us to be a stellar team. And, man, it's just that to lose the opportunity, forget everything else, just the opportunity that was there to basically, just not have it be there. Cliff Kingsbury, this wasn't his best game plan. It really wasn't. I mean, the fact that, look, sometimes doing things that are easy is better. The bubble screen thing is okay, but when teams are expecting it, that becomes a problem. When you don't have, and I understand that there's times you want to do things, but to stop some of that blitzing that Philadelphia was doing, it would have been nice to sit up there and go some screen game. Like, do the screen game thing. It's nothing wrong with the screen game, especially when you get your offensive lineman out there blocking. Get that team coming up, get that team a little bit up off of it, because the running game wasn't working that well. The up-tempo, for some reason, it kept being stalled. The tush push, I'm going to say this. I never blame the refs for anything. And the reason why is because as a team, you got to win, period. Refs involved or not, you have to win. But that tush push situation thing, I feel that if that the rule should be, if a team lines up for something similar to a tush push, they can't sit up there and do. They have to either go on one or something of that such nature, or they can't do any type of thing like that, because I just felt that particular play on the goal line was just an unfair play. Not only that, I don't care what nobody say. If they were going to score anyway, I would have just went on and got the encroachment and would have just sat up there and hurt somebody in the process. That's what I would have done. I mean, because it's like, you're already going to give them the points. So instead of just making the points easy for them, hell, I'm going to just go ahead and do what I need to do, because you're going to give it to them anyway. So, I mean, but again, Philly played well. Saquon, I told y'all, best running back I ever seen in my life, hands down to me, Marshall Faulk. Second best, without even a shadow of a doubt, is Saquon Barkley. And like I said, if at any point Philadelphia implements the Mike Martz greatest show on turf offense, that Philly offense will be the most unstoppable offense ever. I just think Kellen Moore doesn't call great plays. And I'm saying that, and I know people won't be like, John, they just bust our ass. Yeah, I get that. But understand, Kellen Moore, there's a lot of times that they could have just kept feeding Saquon Barkley the entire game. But for some reason, they just didn't. They just didn't want to do it. Washington didn't do a good job of defending A.J. Brown. I will say this. The other play that I will say that the refs kind of like shouldn't have been involved in that play was the scruffle between A.J. Brown and Marshawn Lattimore. Marshawn Lattimore's helmet goes off his head, but somehow he's penalized for it when A.J. Brown intentionally ran into him like that. So the fact that they let that happen and then called the penalty against Washington, I felt that was an unfair thing to do. But it was a chippy game the whole time. Man. Yeah, next steps. You got to go with the next steps. Like I said, it looks like we might have Cliff Kingsbury back, depending on what else goes on, because the Saints' job is still available. So we'll see what happens there. I just don't think Washington was ready for this game, really. I think that they kind of misunderstood what was going to happen and what was happening in this game, because it got the best of them. And I will say this, and this is something to the NFL. If Sean Hockley has this reputation of, especially a record where the Philadelphia Eagles are 6-0 when he's reffing, now 7-0, then at some point you have to say, when it comes to big games, Sean Hockley will not be involved in big Philly games. And I understand that, but I mean, because you could have sent him to Kansas City and had the Kansas City crew in Philadelphia. But again, that's something the NFL needs to reflect very highly on, because if they don't do that, every time they see Philadelphia and Sean Hockley shows up, everybody's going to sit up there and feel that at some point there's some fixing going on. Because again, for a ref to have that type of reputation and that type of record with one team, it's not like Sean Hockley has this with multiple teams. It's Philadelphia alone. So the fact that he has that type of record, and that type of record, that type of notoriety when it comes to the Philadelphia, to me, that is a problem. And the NFL needs to sit up there and fix that, or fans are going to start screaming that the games are fixed. Because that right there isn't going to be good. So, but again, I'm not going to down what Philadelphia did, because I'm not going to be one of those fans that's going to be like, the refs ruined it, the refs helped them. I'm not going to do that. Y'all beat us. Y'all Philadelphia fans, y'all beat us right out. The team did their job. Y'all did y'all job. It was a great game on the Philadelphia side. Saquon Barkley, like I said, second greatest running back I've ever seen. He's a fantastic running back. And like I said, I'm fine with going down to y'all. At least it was the NFC East. And this jumps the NFC East back to prominence, like it really does bring us back up. And all we can do is see what happens next year. The problem is that you can't rely on what you don't do in this year and rely on what you can do next year. So, man, missed opportunity, missed opportunity. Man, and understand, I mean, for us to have gotten that far, that it's an incredible feat. Like, I can't look past the fact that we were not supposed to be here. Like, I can't look past that. This was a team that, even in my eyes, we were not winning more than 7, 8, or 9 games. I said that, and I'll stick by saying that, yeah, I felt we weren't going to win that many games. But the fact that we did, the fact that we won 12 games, the fact that we got into the playoffs, the fact that we won 2 playoff games, and the fact that all this was achieved with a first-year head coach, a rookie quarterback, and a hodgepodge of players that we had just brought in this year. That, I have to admit, this was a fantastic season. Absolutely fantastic. And there's nothing more I can say about how incredible, how amazing, how outstanding, how absolutely awesome our rookie has been this season. Jaden Daniels, without a shadow of a doubt, has shown us that there is nothing that can stop him, and that he is going to be formidable for years to come. Now we just got to build everything around him. We really do. Mikey Sanders didn't have his best game, but again, he's another rookie that stood out for us. And understand, from what we thought the season was going to be from the first game of the season, and the fact that our starting cornerbacks was Emmanuel Forbes and Benjamin St. Juste, to all of a sudden being in a situation where we got Marshawn Lattimore and Sandra Steele with time on their contracts. It's a good thing. It's a very, very good thing. And I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of the city. The city as a whole unified behind this team. It's sad that football for us is going away because, there's so much stuff that's going to be going on and that's going to be happening that is going to make it a lot more difficult to get through and get through the off season to get back to the next season. But this was a game that, in all honesty, I am a little disappointed, but I am also encouraged. I mean, we did a fantastic job against this team. And I don't know where we go at now. I mean, we had a fantastic season. Everything seems to have gone right. Everything seems to have made its way in a direction that made it easy for us and made it possible for us to be successful in the coming years. And man, to go down like that, like I said, Philly fans, congratulations. Go on and win it. Win it all. You know, I would like to see y'all win it off, and I would like to see Jalen Hurts win it all. You know, Saquon Barkley, I would like to see him win it all too. You know, this is Philadelphia. This is your opportunity to actually win it all. And I would like for y'all to, as the representatives of the NFC East, the hell with the NFC, the representatives of the NFC East, I would like for y'all to go ahead and actually win it all. Do everything you can to win it all. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's it. Washington season is finally over. But, man, what a season it was. A season of success. Without a shadow of a doubt, it definitely was a season of success. And we're going to see if it's possible for us to repeat it, and this time around really show that that we belong, and that we had a team that can actually fight and go against anyone. Man, y'all tell me how y'all feel. How do y'all feel knowing that now the season is over? How are y'all feeling that, you know, are y'all encouraged at what our future might be? Are y'all feeling down because of the fact that you feel like I did, like there was an opportunity there to really make it to the Super Bowl? It's not the first time we had that opportunity and slightly missed it, but y'all tell me how y'all feel. How do y'all feel with this whole situation? How do y'all feel about going forward? What are your thoughts on going forward? And do you feel at peace knowing that, you know, we're now on the right track to becoming a great, great fan base? And to y'all Philly fans, like I said, congratulations. Congratulations big time, because, I mean, y'all showed us. Y'all showed us that we weren't ready. And I can appreciate showing us we weren't ready. And like I said, I don't do the ref thing. I'm not going to blame the refs. We should have went out there and actually put up a real fight, and we didn't. And the fact that you guys did such a fantastic job against us, all I can do is congratulate y'all. Congratulations, congratulations. Go on now, represent the NFC East well, and win it all. From your disappointed fan, but at the same time excited for the future fan. This has been your man, John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.